Can you tell me, like, you speak very passionately about communication on your blog. Uh,
Yeah.
what is it about communication that drives you?
So um, again, the answer is slightly dated to a historical event in my life.
Mm-hmm.
In my first year of college, and this is probably 93, and before that I was in my school a debater, and I was quite popular in debating. So I enjoyed standing up in front of an audience and speaking. But in college, when I did that activity, I fumbled very badly and did a very bad job.
Mm-hmm.
And that day I felt that something was not right. And I started to learn this whole concept of communication from a very different perspective. And very soon I realized that it is a subject that requires a lot of in-depth knowledge and practice. So I started doing that in college with myself. And I've been a person, I'm very self-motivated in learning. So I learn things that I enjoy and will keep at it. So I kept on learning about this topic and benefited tremendously in my college life. And I'll give you an example. 1996, when we were about to sit in campus placements, my rank in my class was I think 40th or 39th out of 44. I was like a really poor student when it came to grades.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew that I was able to talk to people and convince them honestly, not fooling them, but I would be able to convince them. It's just that I did not like writing answers and getting grades. So that was my problem. But unfortunately, the world doesn't work like that. So the industry would call you based on your marks. So
Yeah.
when the campus placement happened, I was 39, so I was put on a long list of people that boss you please stand there and wait for your turn from the job. But destiny has its plans, and I was lucky to get invited for an interview call with Wipro. And I still remember that feeling that I knew this person in Wipro would look at my resume, and the first question he'll ask is that why are you so poor in academics? And I was prepared for that answer. So I answered to him that, sir, I just don't like writing answers and mugging books, but I think I know how computers operate and I can answer them. And he asked me five, six questions, which I responded reasonably all right. Then he asked me that, okay, what do you want to ask of me? And I asked him about 10 or 11 questions, which are as follows. I asked him that, please tell me a typical day in the flow. How do you work? What kind of programming language do you use? What is so exciting about working in the flow? So I interviewed him. And at the end of the interview, he offered me a cup of chai. A very sweet man. He was laughing at me all the time because I abused him. But he said that, I've been doing campus interviews for many, many years, but you're the only student who had the confidence to ask me intelligent questions.
Mm-hmm.
And my interview went on for about 30, 35 minutes. I was convinced that I would get rejected because the marks are very poor and these companies have a HR system and the HR system won't allow me inside. But
Mm-hmm.
the results came out that day and I was selected and this guy walked up to me and said that we have hired you because you are convincing. And I realized that it is about communication. So I've been very passionate about this subject because I believe that communication is the activity we all do probably every minute of our lives next to breathing. Ishan, we breathe all the time without knowing it.
Yeah.
The same communicate all the time without knowing it.
Mm.
So it's a very human activity. And what happens is, if you go back to the history of communication, it started off from basic humanities to sociology to even psychology and behavior. And now it has become a management subject.
Mm.
So I used to teach communication in my Wipro and Qualcomm days as well. And then I was convinced that this is a subject I want to pursue in academics for the rest of my life. So I signed up for a PhD program on this topic. And this book, the third book, which is What to Say and When to Shut Up,
Best
is
advice,
basically
by the way. Best advice ever.
Best advice, absolutely. The last two words, right?
No, this what to say when to shut up. That's the best advice I've ever heard.
Absolutely. So, this whole point of thinking about what to say and what not to say is the core subject I work on and I teach. And this book is my tribute to that subject. And I hope I write more. So moving forward, I'll keep writing on this subject. So Plunge and Seek were more of books that
Finding
I had.
yourselves, basically, like
Yeah, finding myself. I
yeah.
think you're right, finding myself. But this book and now this subject, I think I will devote more time and write more on.